My best game of 2025, not from 2025. This is a game called Closer the Distance. Now, I brought this up because a few weeks ago, you were playing Spiritfarer.
I was.
And Spiritfarer is great, and it is ultimately a grief game. This is what Closer the Distance is as well. I describe it as Bumped Out The Sims, in which you are in a small town and you play, at first, a teenage girl whose older sister gets killed in a car accident. And you're in a very, very small town. There's a town of only about 20 people or so, maybe even about 15.
Should I take the tie off my head while you talk about it?
No, it's still respectful enough.
Yeah.
But there's about 15 of you in this town.
Yeah.
And the idea is it's a bit like a nicer version of The Lovely Bones, in which you are in control of the spirit of the girl who was killed in a car accident. And you are basically trying to help the individual members of this town through their various days. They've got to prepare for the funeral, but also there's a lot of stuff going on in the town, a big sort of town project that, life goes on. They've still got to work on that. But also everyone else in the town has got very strained relationships. Her ex-boyfriend's still around. Her family's still around. The people she used to work for are still around. And so each day you take control of the various people in that town, like in The Sims, and you basically have to work out how to get them to manage their day. And a lot of them just want to spend the entire day on the sofa, and they can, but it'd be more fulfilling of them if they sort of made a healthy meal. But in doing so, that's going to take up a lot of time of their day, and they might not be able to go to work, for instance, that day. It's not as garish as that sort of sounds. It is very sensitive, and the interactions that you have with people all seem very, very real, and the interplay they have with each other. And the idea is you're almost trying to solve each individual person's lives. And the moment you've got someone's life sort of back on track and they're not over it, but they're coping with it, you then no longer control them. They've kind of almost sort of got it together, as it were. Yeah. And then you're gradually minimalising the pool of people that you are in control of. I think it's the most emotionally effective I've ever been by a game. I played it at the beginning of this year. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It is intense, and it is very, very heavy. And I was working out whether or not to sort of bring it up as a game, but it is the best thing I've played this year that isn't from this year. But I'd highly recommend it. I think you've got to be in the right headspace to be able to play it, I'd say. But it's really, really special. It's got a really nice art style as well. It looks like Kentucky Route Zero, sort of like quite exaggerated, cartoony, but in a nice, sensitive way. But it's gorgeous, and it's great, and that's Closer to the Distance.
Button Boys.